Okay, last thing before I call it a day today is I'm going to go ahead and torque down my exhaust manifold bolts. It says to go to 25 to 30 foot-pounds. I'm at 27. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Guys, so we're back. I stayed up late last night. Kind of got some more parts, some more stuff done on it. I went ahead and put in a coil pack, spark plugs, and spark plug wires on this side. So now my spark plugs are both on both sides. I went ahead, I don't know if y'all saw me or not, but I installed that intake yesterday, that part of the intake. I went ahead and installed this bracket here, this pulley, which is going to have to be replaced eventually because it's nasty, but it's the air conditioner. I went ahead and put the cover on, and it's kind of about it. Oh, and I touched some wires up over there and did some cleaning up of some wires on that side. Now, this morning we're going to start out by going ahead and getting my radiator hose on the bottom hooked up. It's easier to take care of it now while you got all this space than it is later on when you ain't got no space. Number two is we're going to, after we get that done, we're going to go on ahead and mount in our radiator, get everything, back that train up. Before we do that, we're going to put the alternator on. Get the alternator put in, then we'll mount the radiator in. Or we'll go with one of those two or not, I don't know. Just kind of see how we go. Okay, so this bracket right here, it's got to fit snugly right off into here. You see how I'm having to get that? Wow. Okay. Let's get that socket off of there. That one was a tricky one to get to. I use that piece. It's kind of a flexible piece there. Really helped out. See if it'll help out with these. Oh yeah. Okay guys, we're back. Let's see here. Let's drop this alternator in right here. Might take a little tap-a-roo. So what Happy Gilmore would say, a little tap-a-roo. Shazam! We gotta pull these bolts out. This is where the idler pulley goes. Shazam. Okay. Alternator and idler pulleys back in. So now, say we put the pulley down the bottom. Go ahead and get that pulley on. Okay guys, let's go ahead and put the serpentine belt on. Now from this diagram, it has to go around the bottom pulley, over the water pump pulley, under this piece, under the tensioner, over the alternator, over the power steering pump, and then back around again. There's always going to be one of these here, and if not, it's going to be one in your Haynes manual if you buy one. I would not suggest doing any of this without a Haynes manual. It has been extremely helpful to me. Just like so. Now, you may be wondering, Jeremy, why'd you put the belt on now? Because it's going to be a lot easier to do without that fan shroud and everything else in here. So we can go on ahead and we can get this taken care of. Just like so. I like to put some pretty good tension on it. I mean, not like super tight, but tight enough that it's not going to come off. Shazam. How's it going, guys? So we're back. My suggestion is, what I've done before is I put the fan inside the radiator. Okay? Just let it sit down in there. Go ahead and grab it up. Get it positioned correctly like you want it. This hose has to come out. This has to go in behind this hose. Mm-hmm. There you go. Shazam. They all in there. Now I need to plug our wires back up that we unplugged. Let's see here. This one. Mm-hmm. It has to hook on to. And then this one has to be the same. Okay, comes in. Has to get hooked up right here. Bam. Shazam. This has to go. That's a tight fit. Because it's upside down. Bam. Is that one on? Oh god damn. One more. Right here. Come on now. It goes right here. And just like so. Wow. Look at that. Our alternator. Shazam. We're almost done. Now, if you've noticed, if you was a paying attention kind of guy, I use a 10mm on just about everything. About everything on this truck. I wonder if it's, those are, nope, those are 8s. About everything on this truck's a 10mm. They tried to make it simple. And we're gonna go. Bam. What? It's 8mm. Huh. Come around here and put this screw in. Reservoir hose. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. I think for the most part, it's done. Wow. Just gonna kind of stand back for a minute and just make sure it's all there. Make sure it's all plugged in. Make sure all my connectors are hooked up. But I'm thinking that we're done with it. It's wow. Well, so I put water in it, and it's leaking water around behind the water pump. The previous owner said he had a mechanic put a water pump on it. I'm thinking he probably didn't clean all the gasket off or something. I don't know. We're going to have to go in and take a look. I can do that without taking the radiator out, I believe. I just got to undo all them fan bolts and stuff, which, you know, was kind of a drag. So here we go. Time to get back at it. Okay, I got everything off. I'm down to the water pump now. Didn't take long. I believe there's 3 bolts to hold this water pump on. That's it. to go loosening it. How much you willing to bet there's still a piece of gasket on this block? That's why I talk about making it clean, guys. Make it clean. You take off a part. It always helps to clean, clean, clean. Yeah, there you are. That's always good to see. Let y'all see this. Look at that. That's always good to see. Can y'all see that? Let's bring it up here closer. I really don't even know what that is, but it's in there. They didn't have a gasket on there, but it looks like some of the old gasket was still on there. I think that was nasty. So we're going to take our time and clean this gasket. Oh yeah, look. It's strange. So there is 2 gaskets on here. Oh man, that's special. They didn't take off the old gasket. They just left the old gasket on there and put the new gasket on there and then just said, oh, the heck with it. Well, that's what happens when you full send it like that. Yeah, I'll take this thing off. We'll see if y'all can see that. Okay, bear with me, guys. I got the camera in my hand. So here's the pump. I cleaned the gasket up on it. That little stuff right there, that's nothing. So Scotch brought it around it, made it look good. Here is the block. Now I'm waiting on a gasket. So yeah, more wait time. Okay, we'll pick back up when the parts come in. Okay guys, so we are back. It is later in the day. I had to go make a parts run. I got a water pump gasket. Can you believe that the water pump is torqued to an insane 21 foot-pounds of torque? But once I torqued them bolts down on that one, and the thermostat is torqued to 21 foot-pounds as well. When I torque both of those down, water leak is gone. No more water coming out of this motor. So now we can finally, see, look, it's holding water in the radiator. That's a good thing. So now we can go on ahead and finish up what we was trying to do, which is put the fan and stuff back on. You've already seen this happen, so I'm not gonna bore y'all with me putting that on. Okay. Hey guys, we're back. It's a couple of days later. It has poured rain. I mean, wow, it has dumped some water down over here in Louisiana. So I haven't been able to work on it. Today is the first sunny day we've had in a couple of days, so I'm coming out here, kind of catch y'all up to speed. We got everything buttoned up in the engine bay. I do not have the fuel pump hooked up right now. I have not hooked it up because I want to put the battery in, do a smoke test, see if anything's smoking, catching on fire. Nothing catches on fire for a few seconds. I'm going to turn it over for a few times with no fuel going to it so that we can make sure that our oil pressure builds up. Get the oil pressure build up, give this head a fighting chance, you know. Just give it a fighting chance before I just go throwing some make it happen juice to it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. There's the battery in. Let's go ahead and hook the positive up first. Got that hooked up. Okay, let's just see. Let's see what happens. Contact. Smell it. Kind of. Just kind of see what happens. Just smell. Look around. Don't see no flames. Don't see no smoke. Lots of bare wires, but we'll fix that. I don't smell anything. I think it may be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go turn it over and just get the oil pressure built up. Well, that's a surefire sign that battery's dead, but let me check something. Okay guys, I had to go in here and clean the wire connectors off, peel back some of the wire. I mean, it was just all corroded right there. Yet again, some more of this been sitting in a barn for a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it crank over for a minute, let it build some oil pressure up, and then we're going to let her rip tater chip. Do that. Okay. Contact. We've got oil pressure now. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and hook this fuel pump up, which, if y'all been wondering, I think I might have talked about it earlier in the video, but that's been a week ago, so I wouldn't know. Is this right here? Oh, you know what? I didn't tighten that thing up. Let me get up and tighten that up first. Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and hook this fuel pump up now. It was wired in right here. Well, this is sketchy. I mean, when I say sketchy. Whew. This will be the first thing that gets fixed. Should have been fixed a long time ago, but it was not. So, but it will be the first thing that gets fixed once I make sure it's running. We're going to turn it on and make sure no fuel squirts everywhere. Can y'all see that Schrader valve down there? That's the Schrader valve for the fuel rail. As you can see, a couple bubbles coming up. It is leaking fuel. I do not wish to crank this thing and have it blow up on me. So I'm going to have to go make a parts run. It's getting late. Parts houses are going to be closing up here in a minute, so I'll probably do it tomorrow. So another day postponed. Hey guys, we're back. So the Schrader valve on the fuel rail was leaking. So it wasn't leaking a bunch, but I really didn't want fuel spraying around in the engine that I really hadn't run before. So I went ahead and replaced it. This is the old one. I don't know if you can see it or not. That's the old one. And all they are is the same kind of Schrader valve you'd find in a tire, you know, in a valve stem of a tire. This is the new one I put in, which is just a, you know, 1/4 tire. That's all it is. It's not leaking now. Problem is that it's a very tight fit, and you know, I got one of these tools and it does not want to fit in there. It wants to, you know, you got to get it at an angle. So you're going to have to go in and break out your handy dandy El Cheapo stubby one and take it out with that one, because like I said, you can't get to it with the one that gets your hand up out of the way of getting cut and scratched. So here we are at this point of we're about to fire it up now. I have turned the ignition key on. I've let the fuel pump run. I've checked that Schrader valve for any fuel leakage. There is no fuel leakage in it. I checked the fuel lines. They're not leaking. So I'm going to say we go ahead and let's do some contacting, you know. Let's just go on ahead and see what happens. Let her rip, I don't know, Dorito potato chip. Contact. What the heck is loud? Oh, that's right. It ain't got a muffler on it. I forgot. There's no muffler on this thing. So let's go try it again. I've hooked the air hose back up again to kind of get that noise out of it, so we can hear what's going on inside this engine. It's loud. There's no muffler on it, so it's real loud. So I'm going to crank it up. We're going to see what it sounds like. Hey guys, we're back. I got the camera in my hand so we can can show it to you a little bit better what's going on. As you can see, you know, power steering pump, it's got a small, I mean, barely noticeable leak. But it's been sitting here, you know, for the better part of 2 to 3 weeks. And I guess it's done leaked out because when I pull the, yeah, you see that? Yeah. I mean, it's bone dry. I say bone dry. It's got a little bit in it, but that's that ticking sound that I'm hearing is the power steering pump making a noise. It's kind of hard to hear anything with the exhaust as loud as it is because it has no muffler. That's going to wrap this video up. There'll be more to come. Wiring, cleaning up the fuel, power steering pump. You know, just do some cleaning on it, big time. Try to get this paint right. Yeah, we haven't done a proper walk around the truck because, well, I haven't mowed my grass in a while because this truck's been sitting out here wide open. And I'm going to have to go on ahead and mow my grass first. I don't want y'all seeing that nastiness. I work on mowers some, so you would think I'd have a mower. I don't want y'all to think I don't have a mower. So in recap, we have replaced the head replaced the head gasket, timing belt tensioner, temperature sensor for the temperature gauge in the truck. We replaced a couple of hose clamps, replaced the spark plug wires and spark plugs. And I think that's about it. But you know, mainly just did a lot of cleaning on it. Just cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. Yep. So until next time, wish y'all would please like and subscribe this channel. It helps other people find my content, and you know, kind of shares my content on to somebody else. So catch y'all later. Hope this helps somebody. Bye.